that fund, because the difference between this and the skate park is that it is really it's a one-time investment. They had a goal of money to raise, and now it's there. With this is a sustain, booking shows, staffing shows, doing that. It's a long-term commitment.
I understand. And we have a long-term commitment, for example, at the Civic Center. We've been paying on for 35 years, and they're still in the hole on it. It's a question of how we allocate resources. When you folks in this room represent 25% of the voters, or the people in this town, you are an important segment, maybe 30%, I don't know, somewhere around there. You're an important segment. We want to meet your needs. As the mayor just said, we want to move forward. I don't know about the he said, she said yesterday. I don't care about it, frankly, other than I care about the individuals. What I do care about is what I can personally do. I can't undo yesterday. I can do something about tomorrow. Yes, ma'am?
Kind of off of what you said, I think part of the problem is that a lot of times when we try to do things independently, and it's partly our fault because we tend to organize in little groups, and maybe we need to have a broader coalition, but we form an organization, we start up a little teen center, independently, nonprofit, and then the funds run out, and then it goes away. And then we open up another one, and same thing happens. And they're all sort of spread out, and they don't last. So what I'm wondering is, maybe, I know the Youth Action Council is fairly new, so they've been, like any new organization, they've been limited in how much that they have accomplished this year, but I know they have a budget. Why can't we put this on their agenda? Like he said, Anderson has sponsored a teen center, and we're not asking for anything as big as a convention center. We just need a place a facility where we can be self-sustaining and provide a safe environment for teens to come and engage in.
I want you to give her your address and tell her how to contact you to put on the agenda, okay? All right? Give her your phone number. Give me your phone number. Anybody else have a question about what the plan is? We're going to move forward. And there's not a person in this room that is unwelcome to call me. But I want to talk about moving forward. I can't change yesterday. I will work with the individuals to the extent that I can. But I will tell you, if you define the square footage you need, the parking you need, and all the stuff, there are 1,400 real estate agents in town dying to help you if you're operating a business. Okay? And do I believe there's a location out there? Sure. I believe there is a location out there. The skate park, or the roller hockey games came to me several years ago, back in the mid-90s, and said, we got no place to do roller hockey. Well, you know where they wound up doing roller hockey? For one thing, we built them a rink in Enterprise Park. For another thing, they went out in the industrial park and had a roller hockey thing. Why? Because the buildings were vacant at night. Okay, if you're doing a night business where there's a day business being done, it's entirely possible that you can double use a parking lot. I mean, there are lots of ways to approach it once we get creative. And that's what I want to do. I want to get creative with you, and I want to support you. I mean, we didn't appoint a youth commission because we don't care about young people. In fact, I am hopeful that 3 or 4 of you will run in the next election so that I'm too old and can retire, okay? I think you have great value and something important to bring to the table. I just want to help. And I'm sorry if I sounded negative, but it's in the context of I can't do anything about yesterday. I want to move forward, and I want your help. You have my phone number. My email is kenm@shasta.com. You tell me how I can help. Okay? I'm not going to lead your pack. Okay? You lead your pack. But I'll walk side by side with you, and I guarantee you that when I walk up to the planning counter, the fire department counter, the building counter, you won't get ignored.
Well,
I'm good at that.
excuse me. As far as them opening a personal business, that's up to them, right?
That's up to them.
But so when could we expect a teen center? If we're all telling you we want a teen center, when could we expect it?
Just because you want it doesn't mean you get it. You get organized, okay? Yeah. You get organized. People told us they wanted soccer fields for 20 years, and we just got them built, okay? The city doesn't move fast. But who are the soccer fields for? People who like baseball in our town. Who are soccer in our town? Who are the baseball fields for? People who like baseball. Who was the skateboard for the people who like Who's the aquatic center for? People that like aquatics. Who's the people that want a dance center? The dance center folks are going to get themselves, or music venue, will organize, create a cohesive force. I mean, if I can get 46 emails, there's got to be somebody blogging onto my blog, what is it called, MySpace, and announcing what's going on. You know, announce what's going on, and let's call a meeting. I don't have any problem calling a meeting. Yeah. Last question, because we've got to get to the next meeting, and I do want to talk to Mr. Malley.
You said that city doesn't move fast, and that now we should start organizing and, you know, telling you that we want these things. It seems to me, well, okay, so how long have there been youth in Shasta County?
Exactly.
Since Shasta County started. How long have youth been listening to music in public settings and going to shows? Seems like all of this has been happening for quite a while, and I would hope that the city would have noticed when all of these venues, the space, the dip, all of these different things, you know, the thing in Colwell Park, all of these different failed attempts, I would hope that the city would have noticed, you know, prior. And I understand that you can't change what happened before, but doesn't it make sense that the city would have noticed this need for a while?
The fact is, in the electorate, the squeaking wheel gets the grease, and you have not squeaked with a unified voice.
Okay, we'll squeak. Where it's on. It's on.
Exactly that's what I stepped up to say. For a while. Hey, listen now, you talk, listen. There are countless demands on the city to do things, to spend money. Those demands come down to the city council. And when a group organizes and puts pressure, this is what we're talking about, putting pressure on the city council, that's when you get things done. That's what he's talking about when he says the squeaky wheel. If you guys can find the opportunity to get together and organize in some group, whatever you call it yourself, with the stated goal to achieve the venue you're looking for by working with the city council, and come up with an action plan on how you drive the city council, then you have an opportunity to get something done. That's the way things get done, is by pressure from interest groups. And people always talk about special interest groups being bad. You guys are a special interest group. Are you bad? I don't think you're bad. I don't think any of the special interest groups are bad. But you have a special interest. Organize and drive it. Okay? That's what we're telling you here to do today. You've got plenty of people here who have spoken up. Plenty of people here who obviously have some leadership skills. Lead. Lead and we'll help.
I think kind of what Luann's saying was, when I went to rent the Civic Center, the convention center, the little amphitheater there, and I approached Turtle Bay about running the bridge, they gave me rudimentary laws on what I pertaining to whether it was nonprofit, what the hours were, whether there was alcohol involved. They showed me exactly what I needed to do to comply. Came through here, it was no problem. When you go to the city, why can't you have, I mean, your paid staff? At this time, as she's saying, this has happened years and years, that there should at least be rudimentary guidelines where you'd be able to go, oh, well, for this type of business, here's what you do.
Exactly.
We have failings, okay? Is that helping move it forward?
If it
I
fixes
want to
them.
move it forward. It does no good to complain about yesterday, which is what you're doing. I'm going to tell you the reason old people get things done is they finally figure out how to get organized. They're no more powerful than you are, okay? Just get organized. You're a very powerful force in this town. I have to call this meeting off. We have another meeting to go to, and I want to talk to Mr. Maddox and your business partners. Thank you for coming.